gonna be on it. You won't be on it.
We're going to take just a second recess. Are you already live? Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to the work session for September the 5th of 2023 of the Limestone County Commission. Public comment. Do we have anything not pertaining to the subdivision regulations?
Yes, John Stewart.
Mr. John Stewart, if you don't mind, step right up here, please, sir. We're gonna put you on the spot right off the bat, John. We got you on the horn right now.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to speak on this today or not. My comment is on y'all's rules and regulations for sign ordinance. A few weeks back, I had some out in the eastern part of the county. 3 of them came up missing, and we put signs there for 48 years. And the commissioner said under this new ordinance that y'all have on the sign permit, and I've talked to all of the guys, including the one involved. We put signs there for 48 years, and if what we all do, there's a lot of my competitors, and they're going to be on the same issue that we were under. 3 of my signs, the 4x4s, the T-posts, the inserts, and all that came up missing. Well, I did a little investigative work, and they were taken down, destroyed, taken to the dump. The T-posts, they all were brand new, and I don't know what happened to them, but anyway, they came up missing too. But, you know, I don't know what to say. This thing is, you know, this is the first time we've had an incident like this. And I've talked to the other 3 commissioners. They said, long as you're not blocking anything or doing like that, and good Lord knows that I would not want to block an intersection or anything like that to cause a death, because I just have to quit my business because of that. Because you know, if you kill somebody or whatever, but these signs, like I said, have been put in that same location by every auctioneer in this room, and plus some others, and now. 2 weeks prior to mine come up missing, there was 3 signs right there, three different companies, and I'd just like to know, try to find a way that we could all work together with that. That's my comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. John. Appreciate you. Anybody else?
No further comments.
All right, no further comments. All right. First on the agenda today, we'll have a motion, and we'll have the minutes from August 18th, 2023. Anybody got a discussion with the minutes or anything with the minutes? No, sir. All right. And then we'll have claims in the amount of $1,360,082.48. Anybody got a discussion with that? Any claim? All right. Then the next thing, we'll have a public hearing, which that's what most people's here for today, addressing the proposed subdivision regulations. I'll start out. We're going to do we'll do a public hearing. You can address it for 3 minutes. We're welcome to talk afterwards or anytime. I know a lot of people. I've met with them, several people in the room, one-on-one. This is a proposal. I'm going to give everybody, commissioners, a chance, and the engineer explains to. We'll run a public hearing with the commission meeting to, you know, and we appreciate all the comment we've got. I know we've made some revisions already. It's already one out there we've talked about, but anything that you can help us with, and we'd appreciate if you would specifically speak to the section or the code, because most of these regulations are 90+% already in effect. This is already what we deal with today. It's just a few revisions in there and some language cleanup. So if you have any, please try to limit it to the part of it so we can help address that issue. Any of y'all have any discussion with it?
No, sir.
All right, no discussion, nowhere else. Mark, have you got anything on it?
I was just going to mention there's a clipboard going around for signatures. If you're here, please sign that clipboard, because, I mean, if you've taken time out of your day to be here, then you're a stakeholder in this process. And so sign that. Even if you're not going to speak, there's a box that you can check over to the side if you want to speak. But if you don't want to speak, please go ahead and put your name and an email address, because I'll keep everybody that's here today kind of in the loop as we go through the process. Any further revisions that may be made based off of comments that we received today, things like that. I just want to just make sure that I'm able to keep everybody in the loop. as we move forward. So even if you're not going to speak, please sign in and give me your email address so that I can put you on a email list so that everybody stays in contact.
And for the record, it will not be nothing voted on today with the subdivision regulations. This is just a proposal to get everything out there. We'll take these revisements in and come back and with a different set. Like I said, 90+% of it's what's already into effect anyway. So,
and I'll speak when we get to the meeting on what the revisions are and that kind of thing, and then everybody can have an opportunity to speak.
all right. Thank you, Mark. Drew, you got anything?
Not this time, Chairman.
All right. And thank everybody for being here today. All right. Resolutions and orders. Next thing on here will be approve a resolution calling for a special call meeting to be held on Tuesday, December the 5th of 2023, as described in the Limestone County Board of Education. And this is a resolution. It was passed by them August the 30th, and I know we have one school board member here with us. This is just continuous tax that is already in place, and they have to do this every 20 years. Is that right, Greta? And I know that this would be on. We have to by state statute, the county has to hold the election for this. So, anybody got any discussion with that? All right. Moving on. Contracts, agreements, and MOUs. We have none. Budget revisions, emergency purchase. We have none. Board appointments. We have none. Award of bids, we have one bid here to be awarded, and this will be in the license commission as a check made incorporated, and it's $710. Anybody got a discussion with that bid? All right. This is for the county commission. Anybody got no discussion? We'll move on. Let the train get by. Personnel action and staffing plan. We have several moves here at the sheriff's office, and all these will be effective 9/5 of 23, and we'll just take them all up in one motion, not unless anybody has any issue with anybody on here, which I didn't think anybody would. So
That include the recycling?
no, that'll just be one through. It'll be just for the sheriff's office. It'll be number 1 and number 2 will be separate. Then we've actually got to add here number 3.
Okay.
All right. So it'll be to approve to promote Jacob Lamar from corrections corporal to corrections sergeant. Austin Roberts from patrol deputy assigned to investigation to patrol lieutenant. Martin Evans from patrol lieutenant to patrol deputy assigned to investigations. Dalen Legg, that'll be from patrol sergeant to deputy assigned to investigations. Kerry Moore from deputy to patrol sergeant. And Uziel Vasquez from patrol deputy to patrol sergeant, and Curtis Boyd from patrol deputy to corrections officer. Anybody got any discussion or any issue with taking all those up in one motion?
Nope.
Everything good, Sheriff? Oh, thank you, Sheriff. All right. Then number 2 on here will be to hire Jimmy Defoe as a part-time recycling driver. This is in the recycling department to help with move the cardboard stuff to Decatur. I know Darrell asked me earlier where it was going. So anybody got any discussion with that? All right, then number 3 on here will be to approve to hire the following corrections officers. This is also effective today. It'll be Jeffrey Martin and I guess Austin Clark. Anybody got a discussion with either one of those? And these are 2 that we added. These are the ones I had called y'all about Friday. So anybody got no issue, we're moving forward with those 2. And welcome to the team. All right, merit increases. We have several listed. Anybody got any issue with anybody on the merit increase? All right, no issue there. We'll move on. Engineers report, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have one new subdivision for your consideration today. This is Powers subdivision. It's a minor for preliminary and final, creating 2 lots in District 1. And then we have another action. This is to rescind approval for Franklin Estates and Franklin Acres. They were 2 minor subdivisions that were given approval March 6, 2023. They have been resubmitted with some changes, and then we received kind of a last minute name change on them. So if you'll bear with me for a second, the one that's listed on your on here is Billy Glenn Franklin subdivision. That should be the Franklin Estates subdivision, and then the one that's Franklin Estates subdivision should be the Franklin Estates subdivision phase 1. So the Franklin Estates subdivision is a minor for preliminary and final, creating 2 new lots in District 3, and the Franklin Estates subdivision phase 1 is a minor for preliminary and final, creating 5 lots in District 3.
Okay.
So that's all that I have for your consideration are those items today. To give you an update, the vandalism that we received on our paver, we've gotten, we think that they will have most of the parts tomorrow to begin the repairs. We're hoping to, by Thursday or Friday, be ready to move the paver back out to the next project and begin work. And so, hopefully, I mean, it's about a week delay from what we had anticipated just because of the damage that we received. So, but we're hoping by the end of the week to be able to move equipment and begin the next project. So,
Rogers Group about in the same shape we are.
yeah, Rogers Group's about in the same shape. They just have extra pavers, so they just moved one in and kept on going. So we don't have many $600,000 pavers laying around. So, but I mean, the damage was more minimal than I had anticipated after Road Tech looked at it. They should be able to make the repairs. It's just a matter of getting the parts. So they're hoping they can begin the repairs tomorrow.
Good deal.
So,
No.
anyway, go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say that's all that I've got to just kind of bring y'all up to date on.
And I want to thank the sheriff's office. I know they still had, right on the spot, they had a deputy investigator out there both with, right off the spot when they vandalized everything. So thank y'all. Anything else, Mark?
That's it, unless
All right.
you guys have something else.
All right. Moving on, other business here, we have to remove the following from inventory, and as y'all know, Stephanie has been going through and stuff that we have gotten that's obsolete or not in service anymore, whatever. I'm not gonna read through it, but if anybody's got any, most items are something that's been past its use life or already trashed or whatever, so.
I appreciate her cleaning that up.
Yeah,
Yes.
she has done a great job with it. It's been needed, been done for a while. All right, then, number 2 on here will be to a sale on Gov Deals, District 1, which will be a Kubota 57 excavator. Anybody got a discussion with that?
That's old machine we replaced with a new one, leasing a new one, so we're good to go on it.
And number 3 on here, this is something we do every year. We approved, authorized Ella Morrell to make apartment budgetary revisions as necessary for the end of the year. As everybody knows, our fiscal year starts over October 1st, so she will be, this gives her the authority to sign off to make any in-house budgetary revisions for the end of the year. So, and right there before we recess, other business, I want to talk about a little something. The work session and all this, we have had kind of some issues to how we get things on the work session and to how to get everybody where everybody can see it for a few days. And I know the sheriff fell to this victim of this. To add something on there, we've been trying to get it printed to where we can't, get it out to where everybody can have it. So we need to kind of clean that up, to how that can be added and what can be added. I know that me and Drew's been looking at some issues that's already in place with the way our work session and stuff runs around. So be looking, if y'all have any suggestions or anything like that, y'all feel free to come up with that. I know the way I've done this was, I know the sheriff, corrections officers, we always have a pretty much open spot for corrections officers all the time. So I told the sheriff what we would do is we would just put on there to hire a corrections officer with a blank name, and if we have anybody's name, we'll just add the name in there from now until we get everything squared away, because we're going to get y'all's agenda by Wednesday. All righty. Nothing else. We will recess for 15 minutes, and if anybody needs to sign in for the public hearing, please sign in, and we'll start back at 9:30. Thank y'all.
Please.